Not just seen as person, he's seen first as a Baptist deacon, so which means man of God, I would believe. Then he's seen
We are him here today.
Former president, we was a pastor.
Self-proclaimed,
Good morning, Liberia. Welcome to Kear Morning Live. He is Daniel Rogers, the sheriff, the voice of the people, speaking truth to power every single morning. He has no fear.
And it's 4 minutes past the hour, 4 minutes past 7 o'clock, Wednesday midweek presentation of your show.
This to the light.
This is Kear Morning Live. On this 22nd day of July 2026.
The sheriff on the mic.
And I'm the sheriff from the back.
Live.
Like we say, from the slump of Sony Wen to the top of the executive mansion. Good morning and welcome to your fascinating, captivating breakfast. This is the breakfast show wherever you are. Good morning, muchos gracias. Buenos días, buenos noches.
In the public.
I'm your sheriff, Daniel Rogers, in the code of public opinion. The biggest catch has been exposed by the Liberian government or the national security.
The sheriff in the public.
The government is making strides. Who can argue about that? I don't know. I'm your sheriff, the fearless sheriff. Good morning to all of you across Liberia and beyond.
He is the sheriff.
Also check us out on our Facebook page, KCN TV, our YouTube, Kear Network.
Speaking truth to power.
We speak truth to power every day, but we are here from Monday to Thursday.
No fear, no.
I have no fear, no favor.
For what is right.
I take no passenger. But I'm saddened by the news of the death, the demise of Babison Harris, aka the Pape.
The sheriff on the mic, keeping truth alive. He is the voice of the voiceless. Courage in his stride. Kear Morning Live. Kear Morning Live. Kear Morning Live. Kear Morning Live. The sheriff in the public court of opinion. 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 The sheriff in the public court of opinion.
Oh yeah, it's good to be back on a Wednesday midweek, the midweek presentation on Kear Communication Network, Kear Radio, FM 95.9. We are credible, factual, balanced, and timely. We're right opposite the Barclay Training Center, the BTC, adjacent the Raleigh Town Market, wherever you are, 6 minutes past 7 o'clock on a Wednesday morning. Welcome to your midweek presentation. Can we have a moment of silence? Can we have a moment of silence? Or let us have a moment of silence for the passing of one of Liberia's finest disc jockey, announcer, presenter, newscaster, a programmer. He's no more. He's across the bridge where there is no more sorrow, where the sun will shine across the river. And we all will never, ever be unhappy again. Let's a moment of silence for the passing of Babison Harris, aka the Pape. Well, I'm saddened. Babison and I, we didn't just work together, but we lived together in Rogers Palace, a place we used to call Rogers Palace, where the boys would come around I made sure to move Barbicene where I used to live in a compound. And we had a wonderful time. Unforeseen circumstance creep in. Barbicene been sick for quite a while now. We were on the radio trying to raise friends of Barbicene, trying to raise funds to take him out of the country. But as God may have it, it did not work. And the only way you know your friends, fellow Liberians in this country, is when you're sick. Is when you can no longer sit behind the microphone. Man Josephine, good morning. Man CC, all of you, I want to say good morning to you. District 17, District 10, District 5, District 3, District 4, District 1, District 8, District 7, District 6, and to all our people from Banga to Ganta to Vonjima to River G, Sastam, Zulu Whiskey, Tuckmanburg, Montserrat, Clear Ashland. Good morning to you. Welcome to Kear Morning Live or KML. Barbicene is no more. Barbicene Harris, he last worked for Ome Radio. Barbicene Harris, aka Bobs, CKA the Pape. The Pape is no more. And we are mourning the passing of one of our finest announcers, Barbicene Harris. Like I said, we work at DC 101. Sylvia Henry, Black Shama. In fact, Barbicene and Shama were so close. We go Zigo. But the old man has pulled the plug. The old man has pulled the plug. And I always say if religion was a thing that money would buy, the rich would live and the poor would die. Venetia's Bar Junior, Junior Bar, good morning. Good morning to Councilor Pierre Brown Boo. 10 minutes past the hour. I feel so bad. Now, don't expect me to go to the wake. Don't expect me to go to the funeral of the bearer. Because my life is not about hypocrisy, deceit. I don't believe in that. Because when the man is alive, or when she is alive, and fighting for his or her death, or life, and nobody can help, they will not start to make contribution. Barbicene promoted some people in this town who can spell able. Sam Kekeflo, good morning to you, Sam. Yimpan Chilate, good morning. Jimmy Smith, Basi Nimo. In fact, Basi didn't know that I knew that Barbicene has passed. And he texted me this morning to say Barbicene is no more. But you know, we're in the media, so we get the news. We're ahead of people. And so, yes, we are mourning the passing of the great man, Barbicene Harris, who once worked for DC 101. Then he went to work for Ome Radio, took sick and suffer. Not a single individual. Today I'm here, the sheriff. You admire the sheriff. When I'm not on the radio, you call, you text, you message me, you care. But if anything should go wrong, this is what I say. Money does not make you happy. Money gives you confidence. No wonder people are saying, Martha Morris said, we give you all the money and we'll take the power. Because when you have the power, you have everything. But the only thing you don't have is life. Because who controls life, who gives life and takes life is the creator of the universe. If you're on your keke this morning, your tricycle, your pimping, drive with care. Ride with care. If you're crossing the road, pedestrian, look left, look right. And let me say good morning to the traffic management team, raising revenue for the country. I want to say hi up to you guys. But you need to go a bit further. Inspection is not about driver's license or issue of license plate. So we'll mourn with the family. Don't be surprised if you don't see me at Barbicene's burial or funeral or wake, because I don't like hypocrisy and deceit. They have received the news. They have received the news now. Some of them, we know them. Barbicene put them on the radio. We don't want to name and shame them. because they are shameless and ungrateful people. We know you, and you know I know you. You know what I'm talking about. You're sitting, the news broke already. Now, how does it feel that a man who brought you up, God first, who gave you the voice and the opportunity, you were sitting in a corner, he brought you up, raised your profile today. You can afford to take your child. Yes, you can afford to take your child to Ghana or to Nigeria or to other places. You know, God knows the reason why he will not give me money. He knows the reason why he will not give me money. Because the wrong people, the people who can't help, who don't believe in humanity or humility or believe in mankind, those are the people he gives money to. He tests them. He tests them to see how they will impact the lives of their fellow men in case of tribulation, trials. It's like the song say, if you see your mother standing by the road, sitting by the road, carrying that heavy load, what will you say? Will you stop and say, Mom or Dad, you are on the wrong way? But we got to try a little kindness, show a little kindness, and let's stop being narrow-minded, because you're up there today and to hell with the other people. But I say to you on this Wednesday morning, in the school of public opinion as a sheriff, I say to you, fellow Liberians, that one day your pluck, the old man will pull your pluck, no matter how much houses you build, how much money you steal, you rob the poor people to build condominiums. You can go across, you can leave the country, you can go to America for every year for checkup. But you forget about the people who took you to where you're supposed to be or where you are. Good morning, Bobby St. Harris. I can imagine Washington Jimison, who was always with Bobby St. Harris. Good morning, Washington Jimison, a.k.a. Shabo. Cynthia, Tear Street, Satan. She has a restaurant there. We all used to mingle. Cynthia, Shabo, and I, we used to mingle. I just want to say to you, Cynthia, breaking news, Bobby St. Harris, a.k.a. The Pape, passed on last evening. Kear Morning Live, KML, 60 minutes past 7 o'clock. I'm not going there. You will not see me there because I don't want to mingle with hypocrites, stinking, dirty hypocrites. Yes, I'm not going to go there. Nobody. BM Kota, good morning. Good morning to, of course, the man, classic man. Good morning to the chief prosecutor at the NPA. Good morning to all of you navigating wherever you are. This is Kear Morning Live. Well, on yesterday, the judge, Usman Feka, ruled. I have the minutes of the court that the bond filed by Madam Fina Bono and others were not sufficient or are not sufficient to keep Madam Bono out of prison. And so I'm going to bring it to you. But fellow Liberians, in as much as we will appreciate the fight against corruption, but we will not and we cannot be selective. Justice for all. Justice for one, justice for all. We cannot prosecute certain people and allow certain people to go scot-free. The assets recovery, retrieval, they are doing well, but they should go beyond what they are doing. Today, they are running behind Finda. She's been incarcerated because the bond, according to the judge or the court, the bond is insufficient to keep Madam Bono out of prison. And until she can file a new bond, surety bond, she will remain in prison at the central prison until she can obtain a bond. But let me read you the minutes. And This morning, I want to sharpen the contradiction. I want to disabuse the minds of Liberians. You know, politics has engulfed our country. Seriously, this green and blue is destroying our country, this country called Liberia. And if we don't check ourselves, we are bound to perish. The country is doomed by the attitude of these two parties. The two parties, fellow Liberians, if we're not mindful, they are taking us to our graves, our early demise. But let me bring you the meanings of the quote. The judge ruled that the bond was not or isn't sufficient. So let's stay. Most of you don't go to the court. You misinterpret. We don't form opinion when it comes to the court ruling or before the judge or juror pass a verdict. Republic of Liberia, in the first Judicial Circuit Criminal Court C, Montserrado County sitting in its May term, AD 2026. Before His Honor, Usman Feka, assigned circuit judge, presiding Nora Fina Bono of the City of Monrovia movement, motion to justify surety versus Republic of Liberia Bar and True Assets Recovery and Property Retrieval Task Force ARIT through its chairman, Councillor Edwin K. Martin, and the Minister of Justice respondent. Growing out of the case, Republic of Liberia Bar and True Assets Recovery and Property Retrieval Task Force ARIT through its chairman, Councillor Martin K. Colley, and the Minister of Justice versus Nora Fina Bono of the City of Monrovia, Movant County, Liberia County. Growing out of the case, Republic of Liberia By and True Assets Recovery and Property Retrieval Task Force ARIT through its chairman, Councillor Edwin K. Martin, and the Minister of Justice. Plaintiff versus Nora Fina Bono, Francis T. Blamo, Manager Gracious Rai, Emmanuel Colley, General Manager of Anita Business Center, Jimmy Emmanuel Flomo, Manager of Anita Business Center, Anthony Setu, Manager Anita Business Center and Agriculture Development Cooperative Society, Philip Toh, Assistant Manager Anita Mining and Agriculture Development Society. Crime, money laundering, theft of property, misuse of public property and records, criminal conspiracy, forgery, and criminal felicitation. Criminal felicitation, fellow Liberians, Kear Morning Live. Okay, so indictment, the names are too many, so we'll not go through because of time. So these are the defendants. Indictment and service of process. On November 5th, 2025, the grand jury for Montserrado County indicted several defendants, including Nora Findabono, for money laundering, theft of property, misuse of public money, property or records, criminal conspiracy, criminal felicitation. Although the indictment and writ of arrest was served on other co-defendants earlier, they were not served on defendant Nora Finda Bono until June 9, 2026, because she was outside of the bailiwick of Liberia when the indictment was unsealed. Prior bond ruling and filing of new bonds. The court notes that a bond hearing was held for co-defendant Nora Fina Bono on July 10, 2026. This court entered a ruling setting aside the surety bonds because the sureties were insufficient and were not qualified to file the bonds. The court then gave co-defendant Nora Madam Bono 72 hours to file a new criminal appearance bond after that deadline expired. Two sureties, Mrs. Car Gallo Fale, and John Moses Batty, filed new property evaluation bonds on her behalf. On her behalf, Mr. Fale submitted a bond value at US 240,000 United States dollars, and Mr. Batty submitted a bond value at 350,000 United States dollars. The prosecution thereafter filed a bill of exceptions to both property valuation bonds, and co-defendant Bono through counsel filed this motion to justify surety, which is the subject of this ruling. 25 minutes past the hour. Prosecution's exceptions to the bonds. The prosecution argues that the bonds are grossly insufficient and fail to satisfy the statutory objectives of bill, particularly those set forth in section 6.3, 63.2, subsection 2 of the Civil Procedure Law, according to the prosecution. The combined value stated for the two surety bonds is less than the amount for which co-defendant Bono and others were indicted. For that reason, the prosecution contends that the bonds should be vacated and that co-defendant Bono should be required to a full criminal appearance bond that is sufficient and adequate. Movement's position on bill. In her motion to justify surety, co-defendant Bono argues that although the insufficiency of a criminal appearance bond rests within the sound discretion of the court, bill serves two principal purposes in a criminal case. First, to relieve the state of the burden of keeping the accused in custody pending trial, and second, to keep the accused constructively within the custody of the court, thereby ensuring submission to the court's jurisdiction and appearance whenever required. The movement further contends that bill should not be set at an amount so excessive that it exceeds the accused's financial capacity. Court's examination of the sureties. After hearing arguments from both sides, this court examined the sureties and the property evaluation bond filed on behalf of co-defendant Nora Fina Bono as follows. Kear Morning Live. Kear Morning Live on your station. Kear Morning Live on your station. Examining or encumbrances on Mr. Batty's property. These are legal terms, so I hope, excuse me, because I'm not a legal person, but I try to do my best. 28 minutes past the hour, just so you get Whether you're in the prison, you're in South Beach, the Banker Correctional Palace, wherever you are, Madam Bono spent her first night at the South Beach. The property offered by Mr. John Moses Batty as a criminal appearance bond for co-defendant Nora Fina Bono is heavily encumbered. The encumbrances already placed on the property exceed its stated value of 350,000 United States dollars. Records further show that this same property has been used as bond in several matters before courts within the jurisdiction. So the bond file or the surety has been used in all the cases, including this court, and that the total value of property evaluation bonds already issued by Mr. Batty against the property is US 2,426,500 United States dollars. Encumbrances on the property that this court cannot ignore. Accordingly, accepting this property as a criminal appearance bond for co-defendant Nora Fina Bono will undermine Chapter 63, subsection A, 63.2, subsection 2 of the Civil Procedure Law of Liberia. That provision requires a bond secured by natural person or neutral person or natural person sureties to be backed by one or more pieces of real property located in the Republic of Liberia. In the Republic of Liberia, with an assessed value equal to the total amount specified in the bond, exclusive of all encumbrances. It further provides that such a bond creates an alien on the real property once the property in whose favor the bond is given records. It is records in the docket for surety bond aliens in the office and clerk of the circuit court in the county where the property is located. Use of the same property in other cases. The record showed that Mr. John Moses Batty has already offered this same property as bond in 20 years, in 20 other cases. The property presented to the court as a surety to keep Madam Bono out of prison has been used in 20 other cases. 20 other cases excluding the present matter. Those prior bonds have already encumbered the property in the total amount of US 2,426,000 United States dollars. Combined value of the surety bonds. Even if the property evaluation bond posted by Mr. John Moses Batty were otherwise valid, the combined value of the two surety bonds on behalf of co-defendant Nora Fina Bono would amount to only 590,000 United States dollars. That the amount remains grossly inadequate in light of the amount charged in the indictment. Legal basis for the amount of bill. Article 21, subsection section I of the Constitution of Liberia recognizes the right of an accused person to bail. That right however, is subject to the requirement that bail be sufficient in light of the gravity of the charge. In addition, Chapter 13, Section 13.2 of the Criminal Procedure Law of Liberia provides that where the offense charged in the indictment is punishable by both fine and imprisonment, the amount of bail must be equal to the total of those amounts, because money laundering is among the offenses charged against co-defendant Nora Fina Bono, and is felonious crime. This court finds it proper and lawful that any bail intended to secure her release be consistent with the requirement of status as prescribed under Chapter 63.2 of the Civil Procedure Law. Order of the court. Wherefore, and in view of the foregoing, this court, having examined the two sureties presented by movement, finds that the property valuation bond posted by Mr. John Moses Batty is encumbered in an amount far exceeding the value of the property, and that the surety bond filed by Mr. Kear Galofale is substantially less than the amount charged in the indictment. Accordingly, this is the key now. Accordingly, this court hereby disqualifies this court. This is the key. And I guess the court, party litigants or other people were spellbound. And when the judge, after listening to jurors, the decision of the jurors, and when you hear, because according to the minutes of the court, I'm reading the minutes of the court. I'm not going out of the meaning of the court because legally I don't have that right. But I'm reading vehemently the minutes of the court. 25 minutes going up to the hour. My job is to inform, educate, and entertain. And most of you might be wondering, why is he doing this? Because people just feel the judge will just get an order the incarceration of an accused. It is the right, the criminal procedure law or the constitution, it is the right of the defendant to obtain a surety bond or a bond. But that right also comes, that right, you must meet the criteria. The bond should satisfy because of the gravity, substantially less than the amount charged in the indictment. Accordingly, this court hereby disqualifies and set aside the property evaluation bond proffered by Mr. John Moses Batty and set the bail bond threshold for co-defendant Nora Fina Bono at US 8 million United States dollars. The sheriff of this court is ordered to take custody of co-defendant. The sheriff of this court is ordered to take custody of co-defendant Nora Fina Bono if she is present in the courtroom. If she is not in this court, let me read it. The sheriff of this court is ordered to take custody of co-defendant Nora Fina Bono if she is present in the courtroom. If she is outside the bailiwick of this court, the clerk is ordered to issue a writ of arrest against her person and place the writ in the hands of the sheriff of this court, who shall arrest and detained her at the Monrovia Central Prison, pending the filing and approval by this court of a valid criminal appearance bond, and it is hereby so ordered. And when the judge say, and it is hereby so ordered, so now it is left. The judge said the sheriff is ordered to arrest Madam Nora Fina Bono if she's out of the bailiwick of the court. The sheriff should arrest Madam Bono and incarcerate her at the Monrovia Central Prison until a surety bond or a bond is satisfied. You know, what I'm seeing, we have talked about corruption. Corruption. Talk about corruption. We need to fight corruption. Corruption is eating our country. Corruption is causing people to die. The deaths of so many people meeting their early demise. Good morning. So after the judge ordered the sheriff to have Madam Bono incarcerated at the Monrovia Central Prison, Madam Bono voluntarily drove along with a supporter of Madam Bono, somebody who admired, who loved Madam Bono. She willingly drove to the Central Prison along with her lawyer, and she was presented. The sheriff, after a few minutes, went to the Central Prison and handed the writ to Madam Bono, signed, and she's been incarcerated. According to the court, and let me say to you, the case have not even been tried. But the law says you must file a surety bond. Now, in this, come to think about it, the bond that was filed, that particular was used in 20 other cases. How is that possible, for God's sake? So this is how people file bond. How can you do that? You use that particular bond because if the judge is not smart, they will always play on the judge. If the judge is a corrupt judge, the judge will accept such a bond. But a fearless judge, in person of Feka, Usman F. Feka, said this particular bond will not. But if I was in the shoes of Madam Bono, I will call for a separate trial. Because there are a multitude of charges. The indictment, they say almost 50 individuals connected to the case. You know, then I ask myself, if President we are, and that is a if and only if the Liberian people decide, evaluating him, going through evaluation, and say we want to bring him back, what different? Because you see, I got sick. We talk about corruption. Good morning. We speak of corruption. Other countries, past leaders, past president, ministers, they are going to prison because they looted the country. But what the judge we are do, the massive leader, the man who the people described from their belly, from their guts, they can die for him. You dare not criticize him. You see Fina Bono today, except for few prayer mother, they were at the Central Prison that they will not leave until she's released. But you can't release her. The only way Fina will be released because $8 million to file a bond. because of the gravity of the charges. Where is the rescue mother? Finabono, in my opinion, has been abandoned. Nobody say that you should go protest, but just in solidarity. Just in solidarity, it is forbidden to criticize Mr. Weah. Mr. Weah came, he came like I'm holding this log. This is the log. Programs, yeah, this is the log. What we do here. We are guided by this log. Mr. Weah took over on the promise that anybody who loots the country, who steals, will be prosecuted. He will not accept corruption. But he himself hit the ground running. In no time, started to build condominiums. What did he say after Eli Mama Nuku and her people looted this country for 12 freaking years? Did he not say that we are all related? And so therefore, in the opinion of our former president, because we are all interrelated, so therefore those who stole our money will go with impunity. Now the Boaka administration is teaching the former president how to prosecute people. Today, one of the most powerful women or powerful individual, a woman who will say, you will see President Weah or you will not see President Weah. Today, seditionists are despising her. Seditionists doesn't want to hear about her. They say she should remain in prison. She should die in prison. They don't give a damn. They don't want to know about her. She should die in prison. You see? No wonder the party lost the election. No wonder, fellow Liberians. Because the animosity, because of the animosity amongst the party members, some people felt dissatisfied. Some people felt Madam Bono was calling the shot. Some people wanted to have proximity with the former president, and according to them, they did not, or she did not allow them to come closer to the president, the former president. So today, Madam Bono is incarcerated. Where is the famous name? Where is that famous name? The rescue mother. The rescue mother. Where is the rescue mother? The rescue mother is being incarcerated. Her rights cease until she can file a bond value at 8 million United States dollars. Oh, yes. She has to file that bond. It's her right. But if she fails to do so, she will remain. She will remain at the central prison. Now, here's my issue. The LACC and the asset recovery are progressing, are proactive, are steadfast, moving with prosecution of other people. I want to remind the assets recovery fellow Liberians, join me to remind the assets recovery and the LACC. You remember at one of the cabinet meetings, the president signaled out the LACC that the LACC needs to do more in her prosecutory judgment. The LACC is prosecuting, I don't know, they are choosing or they are cherry picking those who they perceive they are benefiting from. And don't say it's the Minister of Justice, no. The head of the LACC, for God's sake, fellow Liberians, said, we have investigated institutions, and based on the findings of the investigation, there is probable cause to bring those individuals under the jurisdiction of the court. It's been 1 year and 1 month since Madam Alexandra Zoe said past and present official of the National Road Fund will be brought under the jurisdiction of the court. Ask yourself, have they been brought under the jurisdiction of the court? Oh, but they are running behind Fina Bono. They are running behind Fina Bono. This is why we executed, and I want to remind you, many of you who was in the street chanting slogan, Native woman born soldier, Congo man born rogue. Injustice, partiality. You said the quote unquote the oligarchs, they were not leading the country to a height. They were looting the country. But after 40 plus years, what do we have? Selective justice. The LSCC honor Madam Alexandra Zoe. In fact, Madam Zoe should not be at the LSCC. To prosecute those people, Madam Zoe or the LSCC does not need the consent or acquiescence of the Minister of Justice because they have prosecutory power, for God's sake. Why are they dragging their feet? Why are they being so selective? The president said it, but Your Excellency said, good morning to you. Action speaks louder than words. Do not just talk. Walk the talk and talk the walk. Your action. You said it. You singled out the LSCC at the cabinet meeting. That LSCC needs to go a bit further. The woman herself, why is Alexandra Zoe protecting the folks at the road fund and other people who are charged past and present for alleged corruption, but she's going after the We Are people? Why? Why are they so robust? Because what we're hearing, the people at the road fund is allegedly spending millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars bribing people at the LSCC so they can't be indicted. The former commerce minister has been indicted. That morning I was at the court. The LSCC people and the assets recovery people were at the court to bring indictment against those past officials of the We Are administration. But they are teaching Mr. We Are governance. That one day he would dream and he get up and sit in the executive mansion. He would do it the other way around. And he will not say, oh, we are interrelated. He will not bring the Bible. Because he came to lead the country, but he brought Bible in his hand. And you see what's happening today? Bowen Dix and other people, George Howard, they have been indicted. But the LSCC has failed. The LSCC has failed to indict the folks at the road fund because millions and millions of dollars go through that place. So they're getting their cut. Bowen Dix should not be at the LSCC. Bowen Dix is going after the We Are people and leaving those past and present people who she said, Alexandra Zoe said that there is probable cause after investigation, forensic or what, these people will be indicted, will be brought under the jurisdiction of the court. But fellow Liberians, please help me up. Help me out here. Please help me. 1 year, 1 month, the people, this woman in the GSC report allegedly embezzled 590,000 and 1.86 or 1.6 million. According to the GSC report, the folks at the road fund, why you think up to now they are not going after the people at the road fund? Because money is changing hands. Why is it so difficult to bring the road fund people under the jurisdiction of the court? When she said it, the LSCC board said there is probable cause, sufficient evidence to bring these people under the jurisdiction of the court. Dominic Nime, good morning. Good morning, Dominic Nime Patel. But fellow Liberians, this is the irony. This is the country we have. On the flip side, we'll talk about the judge decision. I hear people say, this can never happen in other people's country. You know why? Because you don't read. But people like us who read and don't sleep, When you are sleeping, we do our research. Jura temporary can be investigated. What in? It depends the jurisdiction, the constitution, or the jurisprudence or jura procedure in other countries, Australia, UK, and America. Of course, when the juror is accused or are accused of jura temporary, the judge or the highest court can call for investigation and retrial. I don't want to hear anybody say it can never happen in other countries, because you know what? They can say those things to you. You go to sleep, you go to bed, you swallow it, you don't research, and you see it as Lord and gospel. But as a sheriff in the court of public opinion, who believe in the emancipation of our people, will sharpen the contradiction. We'll sharpen it. We'll take a break for a facts check at 8 o'clock. When we come back, we'll deal more. We'll talk more about these issues. The international partners helping the government to fight drugs. There's combination. Because of what the government is doing, there's combination on the part of they are commending the government for the burst, the seizure. A Colombian and a Brazilian or Spanish arrested, incarcerated. This is how you fight. This is how you fight drugs. So the international partners are satisfied with the move by the Joint Security or the National Security, headed by the Minister of Justice, under the stewardship of His Excellency Joseph Yuma Boyka. But Your Excellency, we cannot be selective in the fight against corruption and drugs. Where the investigation lead us, people should be apprehended. People should be investigated, tried, prosecuted, presuming innocent until proven guilty. So ask yourself the question, why is it those people, Mawen Dix, former Minister of Commerce, and other officials have been indicted, but the people at the Road Fund, they are untouchable in the wisdom, in the minds of Alexandra Zoe at the LACC? Because we are told, it is alleged that the folks at the Road Fund are paying bribes. They are paying bribes, or people in the government are backing the people at the Road Fund because it is lucrative. So they will pay money. The president needs to know this. The president needs to ask Alexandra Zoe why you said at the press conference, you mounted the podium at the Ministry of Information. You use it to tell that space, to tell the public that you have investigated past and former officials of government, most especially at the Road Fund, and they will be brought based on your forensic and other investigation, the pieces and puzzles put together. You are satisfied as per the GSC report corroborating, you are satisfied that it is time to bring these people under the jurisdiction of the court. Sitting in your little corner, why you think we have discussed it, and this will continue to discuss it until who is protecting the people at the Road Fund? It said the LACC, because we are hearing money exchanging hands. They are being bribed by the day, so they don't get indictment. They don't get indicted. But the people from the WIA administration, they are going through indictment. They are indicting them in their numbers. And the Boyka people, the party people are schooling Mr. WIA. He came with Bible in his hand after the people stole millions and millions and millions of dollars. And what did he say to the Liberian people? He said, we are all related. And we related. You see what is happening to one of your most trusted lieutenant? Even though she has been abandoned. Where is the rescue mother? The rescue mother is incarcerated. She needs $8 million to file a bond based on the gravity of the charges that has to do with money laundering, felonious crime, state crime. Money laundering is a serious crime. and other crimes charged, other charges against those defended or accused. And now they are presumed innocent until they are proven guilty before a competent court of jurisdiction. KML Care Morning Live. George, coming up in a few minutes, we'll bring you facts check. We'll come back, we'll discuss more. We'll talk about the Samuel Twe, the judge, the court ruled that there will be a retrial. And according to Twe, he will not submit himself. He will not submit himself. So, fellow Liberians, it's Care Morning Live. You're welcome to the midweek presentation. It's Wednesday, 22nd of July, 2026. Sit in your corner and ask yourself, why have they not indicted other people and they are only going for the weird people? I want you to ask yourself. I could be wrong. How many United Party people who have been accused of corruption have been indicted? I say I could be wrong. Josh, I could be wrong. Seku Fofana, good morning. Seku is following. Share the video. Invite your friends. Invite your friends. Care Morning Live, KML. Let justice be done to all. Justice, one justice for all. We cannot be selected in a fight against. We cannot be cherry picking. We cannot cherry pick in this fight against corruption. The LACC have prosecutorial power. The LACC does not need the consent of the Minister of Justice. So don't let nobody lie to you that the LACC needs the consent of the Minister of Justice. No, that's not true. No, it's not true. The LACC can come up with indictment. The LACC did not need the Minister of Justice to indict Mawen Dix and other past officials from the WIA administration. The LACC did not need the consent to indict Finabono and others. It was the LACC and the Asset Recovery or Retrieval, ARRET, under Councillor Martin. So what are we doing here? He said, justice. George, please come to studio. He said, justice that we are talking about here, fellow Liberians. He said, justice that we are talking about. George, I don't understand, for God's sake. Let's just take this break.
Rogers, the sheriff, the voice of the people, speaking truth to power every single morning. He has no fear, no favor. He stands for what is right, calling out the wrong, bringing justice to the light. KML Morning Light. The sheriff on the mic, keeping truth alive. He is the voice of the voiceless, courage in his.
Good day and welcome to the Fact Check segment. This segment debunks disinformation and provides the verified facts of statements made online and on the radio. I am Raleigh Samasa. On July 20, we published a fact check report of a claim by Stanton Waterspoon, CEO of Spoon FM, who stated that the Coalition for Democratic Change (CDC) government spent US $98 million at the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation between 2021 and 2023 without any trace of how the funds were used, citing a recent General Auditing Commission report. At the time, we rated the claim as correct. However, following a careful review of the GAC compliance audit report on the LWSC covering July 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2023, particularly the section on expenditure management, we have revised our verdict and now rate the claim as out of context. Our reviews found that the audit report does not state that the CDC administration spent US $98 million without any trace of how the funds were used. Instead, It states that the LWSC's general ledger recorded credit transactions totaling US 97.8 million and debit transactions totaling US 98.8 million during the audit period without adequate explanatory narratives or supporting documentations. Further analysis of the figures shows a difference of approximately US 1 million between the recorded credit and debit transactions. The audit's concern relates to deficiency in accounting records and documentation supporting these ledger entries, not to a finding that US 98 million in government spending could not be accounted for. Based on these findings, we conclude that Stanton Waterspoon's claim that the CDC administration spent US 98 million at the LWSC between 2021 and 2023 without any trace of how the funds were used is out of context. The GSC report refers to undocumented accounting transactions recorded in the LWSC's general ledger rather than concluding that US 98 million in government expenditure was untraceable. And on July 19, Shine Liberia, an online blog, claimed in a Facebook post that the Liberia Telecommunications Authority has introduced a new regulation that will see to it that stolen phone may not work on any GSM network or internet in Liberia. The claim surfaced amid growing public concern over the reported increase in mobile phone theft across the country. It quickly gained traction online, with many questioning whether such a rule had actually been introduced. To verify this claim, Local Voices Liberia first reviewed the official communication channels of the Liberia Telecommunications Authority, but found no announcement or regulation supporting the claim. We then contacted LTA Commissioner Patrick Hona, who clarified that no such rule is currently in effect. However, Commissioner Hona explained that the LTA is developing a draft regulation that will allow stolen mobile phones to be blocked from accessing GSM networks in Liberia. According to him, the proposed system would use the International Mobile Equipment Identity Number, a unique 15-digit identifier assigned to every GSM mobile device. Once a phone is reported stolen, its IMEI could be entered into a national database and automatically blocked from connecting to mobile networks, making the device unusable within Liberia. Commissioner Hona said the proposed regulation is still ongoing stakeholder consultations involving mobile network operators, the Liberia Revenue Authority, consumer groups, and other relevant institutions. Based on these findings, we conclude that the claim that the Liberia Telecommunication Authority has introduced a new rule preventing stolen phones from working on GSM networks or the internet in Liberia is incorrect. While the LTA has confirmed it is developing a regulation to allow stolen phones be blocked by their IMEI numbers, the regulation has not yet been approved or being implemented. While the LTA has confirmed it is developing a regulation to allow stolen phones be blocked by their IMEI numbers, the regulation has not yet been approved or being implemented. This is all we have time for on the Fact Check segment. This segment is part of an MOU between Local Voices Liberia, OKFM, from FM and Kear Radio to counter disinformation and help the public make informed decisions. This MOU is funded by the Liberia Media Empowerment Project, implemented by Internews for funding from the European Union. The funder or partner had no say in the editorial decision leading to the production of this Fact Check segment. We'll be back on Wednesday with more Fact Check reports to help you know the facts. If you want us to fact check a claim for you, please send us a text to WhatsApp on 0778 986778 and we will check for you. Also follow us on Facebook at Local Voices Liberia, Twitter at LVL Fact Check, and go to our website www.localvoicesliberia.com. Thanks for listening. Goodbye. Good day and welcome.
All right. Facts checked. Return on Friday, same time right here. Well, let's read you this mention. Advantage High School, 120 Camp Johnson, Rohorton Avenue, Adventist High School is pleased to announce that admission for the 2026-2027 academic year is now in progress. Entrance examination will be held at 9 a.m. on the following dates: Thursday, July 16, 2026, Thursday, July 30th, 2026, Thursday, August 27, 2026. The entrance fee is US $15 or LD 3,000. Applicants should come with two recent passport size photographs with a red background. Students from all public and private schools, grades 7 to 11, are especially encouraged to take advantage of the Adventist High School's Vacation School program to strengthen their academic performance and prepare for the 2026-2027 school year. For further information, please visit the Business Center office at the Adventist High School, 120 Kim Johnson Road, Horton Avenue, or contact the school administration on the following cell numbers: 0776 323 258, 0770 211 326, or 077 6660 245 and 0886 844 825. The administration, Adventist High School sign. The Liberia Electricity Corporation is pleased to inform the public that it is collaborating with Synex for the implementation of the smart metering program. The initial phase of this program will be carried out in Pinsay and its associated feeders. As part of the process, joint teams from LEC and Synex will begin conducting community engagement activities and customer data collection within the targeted areas. The smart meter comes with several advanced features, including geofencing technology. The meter automatically shuts down and can no longer work if it is removed from its register and installed location. Temper alert system. The meter automatically sends SMS alerts to LEC, Synapse, and the customer whenever tempering is detected. Automatic token loading. Customers no longer need to manually enter token codes when you purchase your electricity, as credit is loaded automatically onto the meter. GPS tracking capability. The meter can be located through its GPS system, identifying its location when stolen. Following the customer data collection exercise, LEC and Synex will commence the replacement and installation of smart meters. Customers who currently have a meter, possess proof of payment for a meter, or otherwise, or whose meter was previously stolen with evidence, will have their meters replaced free of charge. Customers without existing meter records will have their information collected and will be required to pay the applicable connection fees to be connected. For additional information, please contact the LEC Customer Care Hotline 4500 or visit the LEC Head Office, Waterside, Monrovia. This information is signed by Management Liberia Electricity Corporation, or LEC. Now, let's come back to the issue of the LECC and how she is proceeding with the indictment and prosecution of other former government officials. Let's discuss it now. What are your thoughts? Fina Bono, I read you the minutes of the court. According to the court, the judge said the bond file was used in 20 other cases, and therefore the amount in question, due to the gravity of the charges, that bond or surety cannot or will not be accepted by the court. So the judge ordered the sheriff to have Madam Norafina Bono arrested pending the insurance or obtaining a value bond to keep her out of prison. This is part 1. We're coming to the Samuel 12, which will be part 2, because the judge have called for a retrial, and 12 say he will resist. So I want to ask you this question. 13 minutes past the hour. Is the government being selective, the LCC, or the assets recovery, in your opinion? Madam Bono drove herself to the prison after the judge ordered her arrest and incarceration. She drove to the prison, drove with her lawyer and 2 other supporters, former Foreign Minister Kear and Kafadi. Let me say good morning to Liberia's Foreign Minister. So what are your thoughts? Is the government serious to fight corruption, or is the government selective in the fight against corruption, or are they just targeting officials, in your opinion, of the former regime under former President George Weah? Some say, well, they are teaching governance, because under this president, 12 years, they were accused of massive looting of the country. He served as vice president, president of the Senate. There were corruption all over the place. And when Liberians thought that this massive leader would come and save the people from corruption, what did he say? He said, we are all related. We are all related. So the fight against corruption was brushed aside. And so the people say, well, since you don't know how to prosecute people for corruption, we will prosecute your people for corruption. What are your thoughts? As always, 0777 959 959. The Lone Star numbers. I don't see the phone here. I don't know what the reason. But give us your thoughts on the issue. Fina Bono is being incarcerated. She spent the night. I'm showing they're doing everything to get the bond so she can be released. In the absence of the bond, a valid bond, Fina will remain in prison. She will remain in prison until she can get the bond, because the case will be called. So what are your thoughts on this matter? What are your thoughts? Join us. Is the government proceeding? Are prosecutor proceeding? The LCC, the asset recovery? In your opinion, are they proceeding? Are they ready, serious about fighting corruption? Let's take this caller. Good morning.
Good morning, because Sherry.
Good morning, sir.
About time. Sherry Manisa, are you part of my family? I call my around the car.
Let's hear you.
No, Sherry, let me commend you for the program. Sherry, one person, I've always said this. No more I will be happy in a country when your government try to arrest somebody because of, or maybe the indict somebody because of corruption. The only time Sherry will be happy in a country, except the person that is in that government carry that person to court and win our case, take the money back to the liberal people. That's the only thing that can make me happy. But for the Malaselita, the former president, we are done now, President Baga, they are only accusing people, but we don't know every people there.
No, but listen, Aliu, listen here. Let's get this thing straight. Somebody accusing you, you are presumed innocent until you are proven guilty upon all reasonable doubt. You must convince the judge or the juror that yes, indeed, this person committed a crime. Carry somebody to court, and by all means, they should be guilty. No, that's not the law. It doesn't work that way.
I agree with you, Sherry. I'm not denying what you're saying. I see the year myself saying the same thing. I see the year myself saying. The only thing I'm saying to you, the way now when like people when they say, oh, they died the other party because of corruption, people happy. I'm not saying the people should not be happy anymore. The only thing should be happy if a person go to court and the person found guilty and the person was able to restitute the money or the people back. Then for someone now we can be happy. But everybody free. Now what the case here? They just wasted the people money for free. So I think the government need to try their best to double up, to fight most of the cases. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning, Sherry.
Realist, let's hear you.
How are you, sir? How the morning, sir?
Well, I feel so sad. I don't know whether you should remember Bobby St. Harris. You know, our man died.
Exactly.
Yeah.
EP 101.
Yeah.
Okay. How much sympathy? My reason of saying how much sympathy because you and Baba St. Harris was very close.
Yeah.
And then with Amma Baba, all those guys, to have my sympathy, Sherry, including Amma. So my reason this morning is that Sherry, nobody say they should not prosecute anybody who are suspected to be corrupt. No one says so. But what we say here is that when you're doing it in a right mind for the interest of the Liberian people to get something, not for a politics taking, then we will say we clap for you. Because by right, nobody's supposed to sit and eat the money of Liberian people and people suffer for hospital, for light, for roads. But in this manner, Samuel Tuwe was quoted.
Let's talk about Fina. Let's talk about Fina. Let's see. Samuel Tuwe will come in. There are two separate cases here.
Yeah, Sherry. Put me on the road. Hello?
Okay, we lost him. Let's take this caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Sheriff.
Good morning, sir.
I'm Regis Family calling from Maserati County.
My friend, we all talk about, we are all discussing the issue of this mandate, this thing that is eating us, corruption. So in your opinion, because I'm making reference to the LACC boss, the Anti-Corruption Commission boss, who last year May said that as according to the GSC report and forensic investigation conducted, they found out that there is probable cause to bring past and present officials at the Road Fund and other institutions under the jurisdiction of the court. Now they are going after, they have indicted former officials from the Ministry of Commerce and other individuals, but they have also indicted Fina. She's been incarcerated. In your opinion, Fina case, and we'll come to the Tuwe case, so don't weigh in on that. But let's deal with the Fina case. The judge said the bond was not sufficient, and so she's been incarcerated. In your opinion, is the government serious about fighting corruption, or the folks at the LACC and ARET? In your opinion?
In my mind, honestly, I don't think they are serious because for me, I think as a wish hunt. The reason for which I say is a wish hunt because if current or government officials are also part of corruption, they are not being prosecuted. I mean, it means selective. Now let's talk about let's talk about the bond that they requested for. How can 50% be indicted on a single case, and you're expecting one person to file a bond of $8 million? I mean that is excessive. That the intention was for Finabono to sleep in jail, to go to jail.
But does the bond not cover the 50 individuals accused?
Say again, you're allowed.
Huh?
Say again, I didn't get you clear, please.
You said the bond is excessive. I'm saying there were 50 being indicted. Does the bond not cover the 50 individuals we are talking about, including Madam Bono?
The bond should cover all 50 persons. But why did you say only Finabono should carry $8 million as a bond fee? I mean, those were excessive. I mean, it was elected. I mean, it was premeditated effort because they know that Finabono will not be able to raise that kind of money, so that she can go to jail because they wanted to see her in jail. I mean, it's bad.
But they're teaching you now. They teach you because I don't know. I don't want to just be fast to say or jump the gun to say, oh, you are a sedition. But if you are a sedition, it is a learning curve that maybe John Weah will get up one morning and find himself at the executive mansion, right? Find himself at the executive mansion as president. And how is he going to do it? Is he going to do another way? Because John William came and said, "Oh, we are all related," but these people say, "No, it's not about relationship or affiliation. It's about prosecuting people who allegedly stole." Conclude.
Yeah, it's let me tell you something. If I know by the grace of God, Joshua will come back to power because the people love me, and I mean those mistakes I were made.
So he's coming back to power because of love, not what he can do for the people, right?
No, listen to me now. Listen to me.
Because the people love him.
Listen to me.
Yes, sir.
If you carry on statistical if you carry on the working of the previous government and this government in 2 years time, that the previous government done more than this current government.
Thank you so much.
You mean statistical analysis, right?
Yeah.
Good morning, Sherry.
Good morning.
Cecilia Bar calling from Johnson Day, concern like for Johnson.
Rescue mother. What happened? We see her with a woman. Rescue mother incarcerated. They say the bond not sufficient. They want $8 million.
Okay, thank you very much.
Let's talk about Fina. We'll come to 12.
Yeah, that is topic are coming to Baba. Thank you very much, and thank you to your colleague in studio this morning. Good morning to you. Look, let me tell you, we from the CDC uncle, more always independent Liberian, and know la support person and we are.
But you can't be supporting somebody and say you're independent.
No, the one you know. Yes, okay. I will have from CDC uncle that support person and we are. Ain't getting me?
Okay.
We are not bad wrong. You understand me? But when the other crowd just drop it down before the other crowd say, dude, it might be selected justice. Ain't getting me? We not support corruption. If you corrupt, you must be prosecuted. But under the government, the road for as you speak on, and take about your side president Buaka, corruption allegation against him. They're from there, they came from the Swako Jenny from the corruption from Noka.
No, but they clear all right. Swakoko, the NSCC.
Yeah, I want to say now because the power, there's some people in Paka Horse. Ain't getting me? So they clear. So if not this, yes, if not this letter, John say, if we say, hey, and the house here, the raw phone, you shipping it on the carpet, who then we are people going after. Then you say, a corruption is not fair, you're not going for corruption. Because you mean that because you are attacking real people, that you think that you will remain power, but let me tell you, may Palestine and the Joseph Parker and your government official. If they think that they will prosecute halfway around, we are thinking that they will remain power, trust me, mark me and listen to my word this morning. Trust me, come to now. Parker will be pushed out. It's in 4 elections. What happened to President O? What happened to him?
Thank you so much. We don't wish for that. Deputy Sheriff has just arrived.
Yes.
And you can see him now. But take the call.
Yes.
Pascal Davis.
I think I'm off, Mark.
Yes, Roger, good morning.
No, you're on. Mark 3, right?
1.
Or Mark 1, we'll go back to Mark 1. Yeah, but Pascal, good morning.
Morning, Pascal.
Yeah. Good morning, Roger. Is it Obel? I'm hearing the voice of Obel.
Yeah, the Deputy Sheriff.
Oh, Obel, good morning to you.
Morning.
Obel is a sheriff. I told you,
I beg you.
we have never concluded, and we have not settled the dot.
Okay, so listen.
Okay,
listen. Let me, as the acting sheriff now. So, Mr. Rogers, Daniel, you step aside as the sheriff.
I'm accusing myself.
Recuse yourself. I'll be the sheriff, and I will make sure that everything will be in place. So I'm taking I'm taking on the tax on Thursday, right? We'll lay this matter to rest. Trust me, Pascal.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. But I've always known Roger to be a good man, except that
he is.
He changed sometime last year. Thank God. That he's becoming a good man again. So yes, I'll
good
give
man.
Yeah. So look, Obel.
Yes, sir. Yeah, go ahead, please.
I don't want to dive into this in a bonus issue.
Okay.
Because the statement she made the day before her arrest, I think on the day of a pilot's funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Even if the Unity Party guys were not very smart, they could have learned from that statement she made. Okay. And if this kind of action has not been taken, then it could just mean to say they are actually doing cherry picking. Some of us who are very critical knew that statement was indicting, because you can't pretend that CDC is bad and think UP is good at this critical time.
Who's pretending, Pascal?
No, I'm saying she finna.
Okay.
That's what the statement meant at that time.
Okay.
To say, yes, I mean, that people in your circle doesn't even want her to bury her father, but thank God to Bwaka and Pa for allowing her bury and the government burying her father. And people wanted us in jail like us. Then it tells you that critical unity party guys will say, well, I mean, that knew they had. But look, I mean, she made a statement, go back to the clip, and Sheriff, go back and listen to her. It was almost that begging for favor. And, that would have been a real 100% compromise if she has not gone to jail. Because the guys have already planned that Tina will go to jail no matter what happens. Okay. They've got this thing on their mind. If Joshua didn't have presidential immunity, Joshua would have been behind bars. I mean, like in the case of Tua, today they will want Tua to go to jail no matter.
No, Pascal, let's take to Fina. Let's take to Fina.
I'm saying to Fina. So, look, somebody said the bond is excessive, which is very true. So we need to know as to what are the 8 million covers everybody. If it covers everybody, then everybody should have a portion or a take of the 8 million. Critically, that's what they meant to me. I'm not a lawyer. I've not even gone far anywhere in education, but if 8 million covers everybody, what are the 50 persons were indicted? But how one person is going to shoulder the responsibility of almost everybody? Why not the 50 persons going to jail? Why is Fina bundle? We need to ask the different questions, right? Okay. So, I mean, how can Fina won't pay 8 million? How much damage has she cost that she's going to pay $8 million bond? Critically, we need to ask those different questions. And I believe that you guys in the media, especially you, Sheriff, an experienced journalist, and Obel, who is very independent, we need to ask those different kinds of critical questions.
Okay.
I mean, what
yes.
$8 million?
Sounds
how
good.
much damage has she caused, right?
Sounds
that
good.
She's going to, yes.
Sounds good. But there were trials, right?
Okay, let's take more calls. We'll come anyway, to. Thanks so much, Pascal. Thank you.
Good morning.
Pascal, for waiting. Go ahead.
0881. Yeah, good morning. Go ahead, please.
Good morning, Sheriff.
Yes, sir.
And good morning to Deputy Sheriff. And this is Terry Suma Nimlen. And I call from the slum of Durukumle, but the slum does not live in us. And I followed your analysis, Sheriff and Roger, and about concerning the former chief of protocol, Fina Bono. And I think her statement that she made during her father's funeral was a clear sign of betrayal. Let me say something, Sheriff.
But what that betrayal got to do with the case?
You know?
No, that's a different thing. That's a different thing. We're talking about the question we ask is the government selective when it comes to prosecution? So that CDC thing, what did she betray who? That's not my issue here. That's a different thing, right, Obe?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, Sheriff, from the inception of the government, since 2024 up to now, the government have been selected in terms of its justice system. And for example, like you read this, like you read the point at the level of reforms, like you said, Alexander Zoll, who is heading the LCC, the level after corruption commission, she has not been fed in prosecution towards the fight of the corruption because the government in totality removed everything for corruption lists and people who have been indicted by the court and are allegedly been accused of corruption in this government are now walking freely in the corridor and have not been prosecuted. The only thing we get from the government is
name one person in the government. Name some of the officials. Hello. Name some of the officials that are working freely according to you.
Freely, I've been working. Abdul Kamal is not working freely.
Abdul Kamal was set free. He was exonerated. Who again?
His prosecution was not.
No. When you come to the radio, you gotta be careful what you say, especially when it has to do with people's character.
Let's take this caller. Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, my name is John Gasani. I'm calling on red light.
Well, it has red light.
Red light jump park.
Yeah, I can tell because that place is a very big commercial hub. Let's hear your contribution this morning.
My question is, Mr. Sheriff, would that $8 million LD or US?
That US, Papa. In that LD time, they said somebody finished car fighting.
US,
property reached that particular amount. Yeah, so that you also.
When I mean I can go to jail, you that money will do different things.
Yeah, but to secure a bond to not go to jail. So if you get it, then you go to jail.
When I mean I'll go to jail, that money I just do different things.
Okay, thank you so much.
But you can use the money in jail. Let's hear you, please.
Good morning, Obia.
Morning, Paco. Let's hear you this morning.
Thank you for the opportunity to my care family. No, they country, the law had to work, and two, thank God to the government.
Okay.
And thank God to the president who rule the nation, and everything the primary or the Liberian people, I will see some.
Yeah, point leader. All that thing with the president promise and this, that different debate you want open here. Please go to the point.
I come in
yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you and sympathy to the BB family.
Okay.
But the one thing she did, I really love that the thing was said over with no commotion, no party involved. She know that she not guilty. But the Pomfrey, she get it, everything was said, oh, yeah, copy war. Yeah, you going to say, yeah, all for yeah, some try to see procedure to filate. That money can take about road phone, can take about hospital, can take about education, can take so many things for the country. People going, yeah, comment. But you take country for 6 and 2nd year. There are resources going, one man call, we say no to it. OUT, Chopwaka, will fight no. They think plenty, more people new can off. Send up on the other side down there. Yeah, people say, Choti coaching and this all can off. They come on, nothing easy. We will check after our resources to camper in the common. Nobody did the comments on your play bunker and they go please they think our money for our children tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, just 30 seconds. Yeah, please.
Yeah,
making a section for you. We don't allow it.
Yeah. So I didn't know.
Yeah.
So what I saying is that we want to know the amount, the total amount in question that have been taken by Stina and other 49 persons that will make Stina to pay let's say $8 million, because meaning that the money is so huge that Una Stina alone would pay $8 million. What is the total amount in question?
Well, we need to do a follow up with the court. Because 50 individuals, if you say Fina alone paying, maybe that we need to do follow up with the court. We need to find out what are the 8 million powers, the other indictees, those who are indicted.
And how much the total amount they take that make them for one person to pay up to $8 million. So I think they did that to know whether it is true Fina took the money or she got a huge amount of money, so that when she pay it, then they will say, okay, and we said it, you have the money. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Carr.
Thank you. Concerned Liberian for Justice. When the court is going through the proceeding or the government is pursuing case, they need to be clear with the Liberian people so that there will not be doubt, on the mind of the citizen. Because this is a joint trial. This is not separate trial. The same thing in the case of Samuel 12, that was a joint trial. This is the same thing. They are saying the same thing. The Samuel case, it was a joint trial. That is the same thing with Finabono. So how come the other people born are far in, they are allowed, honor their born, but this one person that returned to the country, he said, I'm coming to face justice. And she is here. She has found born from one to another. So the one that they are claiming that 20 persons are hanging.
Mr. Carr, I read you the minutes of the court. I have the minutes of the court. The court said, that the particular bond file was used in 20 other cases.
But there where I'm coming, Cherry, I follow you well. There where I'm coming. So what did the law say about that? It's just because you are prosecuting and you don't want it because 20 persons are hanging on it? What the law says about that? Because I was listening to her lawyer. So what the law says about that? That is why I said, when you are prosecuting the kind of cases, already the person supposed to be from the opposition community. There is a need that we raise some of the doubt. But however, she going to jail, and she's going to be up once her lawyer work on everything that will have her coming outside. But when it comes to people wanting her to be in jail, why? One thing about the people from the CDC community, when you will tell you, say the one that you do the wrong thing, you are not supposed to do so. But that doesn't mean that somebody from the CDC want her to go to jail looking at the relationship. No.
But if anybody, we got recorded where the other woman said she's supposed to die in jail.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. People respond to issue when it's harassed. There have been a lot of exchanges in our various chat room. We know what we are discussing there. The way in which people are responding to her, when I came from the bad trap during the burial of her funeral, what she said during that funeral, that is why bringing the problem up.
Yeah, during her father's funeral, please.
Right.
During her father's funeral.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, during her father's funeral. So that is the reason why people are going after her. And some of the things that we are telling our colleagues in the chat room, we know. And you will see people will start going slow on her because we are getting information. We know what we have. We know what is going on. Even the way he went in that war at that prison, you think that's the way that she was supposed to go there? The moment Fina was brought at that court, the amount of deployment that was supposed to be there, that is not the deployment that we saw.
Yeah,
So who knows?
Because of what she said during her father's funeral, seditions are saying they are disappointed, so they will not be in solidarity with her.
Some are saying, and this is why I said earlier, we say truth to our people. That doesn't mean that we don't like it. That doesn't mean that we are not with you. When I saw her at that prison yesterday, I was in prayer with her, and I'm saying in prayer with her that the right thing will be done. If actually she took the money, let her bear the penalty. But if she didn't take that money, let her God that according to her she's serving set her free.
Mr. Carr, regularly I go to the courts and I love to follow high profile cases. 50 indicted, it is the right of Madam Bono to say, well, I want a separate trial. Are you aware of that?
Of course.
Isn't that possible?
It's possible. It can be.
First thing first, what we need to do is to establish as to whether the $8 million surety bond the court is calling for will cover the 49 individuals. So to make it easier for Madam Bono, right? I could say, you know what? I want a separate trial.
Right.
Because according to the minutes of the court, they said because of money laundering and because of the gravity of the charges. Yes.
Wow. 49 human beings. So when you get through with this, when you stay on it for 3 years.
We're coming to Samuel 12. Thank you so much, Mr. Carr. Good morning. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, the sheriff. Good morning.
Let's hear you, Boto.
Thank you very much. This is why Boto being. I'm from Douglastown.
Yes, sir.
Sheriff, sometimes when we say the president is an integrity icon, people tend to think that because we love the president, but that is not the case. When the president decided to relax this case, and allow Fina Bono to bury her father in peace, people thought that the president had been compromised.
No. I don't agree with you when you say the president relaxed the case. It's not in the purview of the president. It's the court.
Yeah,
let's get it straight now. The president did not relax the case. The court can allow tempering and mercy with justice, right? The court can allow that. But to say the president did not relax the case.
Yeah, why is true that it is in the purview of the court, but the president can also use his influence. That can happen. But to proceed.
Yes, sir.
So, Madam Bono, many thought that the case had been compromised with the rain presence on Thomas Father and the president. But the president will not compromise the interest of this country for any individual. This is why we ought to come together and appreciate the president, and for what he is doing. people thought that this person will not cause corruption, but today it's a different case. It's a different ballgame altogether. So corruption will be part of the letter, and those that came with Bible around here and say we are interrelated, they should see the example and know that this is a precedent being set. And also government officials that are in this government today, if you are serving, serve with transparency.
I got second for father standing by. But Mr. Carr, let me ask you this question. If you follow the head of the LACC, she talked about bringing people under the jurisdiction of the court as per the investigation, corroborating the investigation that they will be brought. But we go 1 year, 2 months. The LACC and ARA, or they have refused to bring those individuals from the road fund under the jurisdiction of the court. Isn't that selective justice?
So LACC, when somebody, the president appoint you, and moreover, it's a tenure position. If that person is reneging on their responsibility, we call the person out and chastise them or to feed on them so that they can do their job. But the president will not go and dismiss the LACC boss now, so people can see that, taking people from that tenure position. So thank you very much for the show.
Thank you so much. Let's take Sekou Fofana. Sekou, good morning.
You sounding very low, Fofana. You're very low. Fofana, we're not getting you.
Wait, I can't.
Very smart, because she will not want it to be handcuffed. Because she will not want it to handcuff, that's why she ejected herself. These people, they are very smart in their game. But what to say this, right? Okay, if people can say, like, people can assume and say the government is now is 14-day corruption, and now 14-day holistic, they are slated, we agree. If job we are counted to now, then they fall holistic fight.
Okay.
But for all the people that be carrying to go, like, I do one person measure, I do like a man, which I'm going, I have no father, but and they know as on it. And the other woman from Luka, they say the woman through they will set free. So if they say they're doing everything, but they say the interrelated will rule people.
But let me ask you something, Fofana.
Yeah.
The head of the LACC, Madam Alexandra Zoe, at the Ministry of Information press conference said that they are investigated past and present government official.
Yeah.
4 institutions, including that of the National Road Fund, and those people, there are probable cause to bring those people under the jurisdiction of the court. Now, if you remember, during one of the president's cabinet, the first statement he made, he singled out the LACC. So, in your opinion, would you not conclude that what is happening, because people say the Minister of Justice should agree? No, the LACC has a prosecutorial power. They don't need the consent to take anybody to indict anybody. So why? Because people are also saying that they are receiving bribe. It is alleged that the road fund people are paying money to the LACC people. The former Commerce Minister, it was the very LACC and the asset recovery. I was at the court that morning when they went to serve the indictment. So why now? Why should it be Kumujumuku when it comes to the road fund?
Okay, thank you. I've been alleged, we will not get further, but even if we have fun.
But what I said now, it is alleged.
I'm coming now. When we are coming to the night, we'll investigate the people.
Hey, man, my man, Sekou, man, we're talking seriously. Well, yeah, we are. We are not in power now that you're in power. I'm telling you, how the people being selected, because in my opinion, Obe, you went at the Ministry of Information a year ago and said that you have investigated and there is cause to indict those people, bring them under the jurisdiction of the court. But Obe, it has not happened 1 year plus now.
Sure.
So what is your opinion? Let's take that. Let's take some of the comments.
Some of the comments on our social media platform.
Yeah.
This morning, those of you who are following would like to say thanks so much for taking up your time to use your data and follow us live. Venetius Bad Junior said, I'm following you from District 16. Thank you so much, Jacob Mona Kwei says, I'm following from the headquarters of the Innovative Youth Alliance in Dole Community. Thank you so much. Alhaji Askar Ahmed says, good morning, Sheriff and Deputy Tough Talk Jiba. Follow you guys on District 17. The question is, how long these cartels been in the country? Because it's already looked like an established business. I think we're going to talk about that
We're coming
exclusively, the drugs issue and the huge catch on yesterday as well. Hilton Wulajeto writes and says, good morning, Daniel Rogers. I'm watching you from Gardnersville, that's Greenville City in Sino. Dominic Nimle, Patel Dominic Nimle
my man, 26.
says, good morning, big brother. Seku Fufana says, good morning, Sheriff. I'm following you from Battery Factory behind Plankfield. Thanks for the show. Okay, Austin T. Zo says, good morning, Kear FM. I'm watching you very closely from the township of Johnsonville. Thank you so kindly for the dissemination of accurate information to the public. Okay, Lavetto Benjamin Kuma Pewala Jr. says, following from Rwanda. Thanks for the show. Yeah, and by the matter of fact, a Liberian officer died in Rwanda.
Wow.
From the just ended training. It's shocking that we haven't heard anything from the police and the justice ministry. We hope to follow up. We're getting different kind of information. Remember, the police officers just went on training in Rwanda, and then they returned, but one of the officers did not return. I spoke with a Rwandan journalist, and then he confirmed to me that yes, a Liberian officer died. What led to his death is controversial.
A police officer.
The Liberian police officer.
Okay, so then we need to get to Sam Collins.
And so yeah, why has the public not?
You have Sam number?
Yeah, sure.
Let's place a call, but let's call Sam Collins. Okay, so it's K and LK Morning Live. Thanks for joining us. Coming up, we go for the local dailies. Then we'll discuss Samuel Twe and they say one of the biggest bursts or seizure of narcotics.
Sure.
In the country. And information we are getting, the international partners over there are healing the government, and they are promised to move.
Even the Unity Party issue a statement. But a lot of people
we expect that from the Unity Party.
And some even journalists,
even Snow. I was Snow praising healing the government,
but which is a good thing to do because we are beating on the government and say take drugs. So the government jointly.
Let's commend what is commendable, condemn what is condemnable.
Definitely.
Because when I heard Snow really praise on the government because of a fight, and then international partners are also healing the government, then with that tells us that we're going somewhere with this whole issue of drugs fight in our country. We're trying to get the chief spokesperson of the LNP, Mr. Sam Kingsford Collins. 10 minutes going up to the hour is Kear Morning Live KML. Let's say never mind to the family of Babison Harris. Babison Harris. Babison brought Summertime and We Go Zigo. They were his honor ground. Babison is no more. He's gone. He's just crossed the bridge where there is no more. Sorry, but Obe, I'm highly disappointed.
With some friends.
With some friends. Yes. We're not getting him, right?
Yeah, let me try again.
Yes, let's talk to him. It's important that one of our police officers from the LNP went to Rwanda for training, and unfortunately, we're hearing that person passed. You getting him? Okay, you got him. So let's see where we can get Sam Collins. If you're celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday to you, to all of you navigating. Hola in Spanish, we say hola, hello. Muchas gracias. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. Continue to follow us. 9 minutes going up to the hour. At 9 o'clock, we'll take a break, and we'll also bring you the local data. We're shopping the contradiction. People said nowhere in the world, no part of the world, that juror temporary or when the juror are disbanded, you can call the juror back for investigation and call for a retrial. That is not true. We have done our research and we have sufficient evidence to that alleged juror tampering can be investigated. The judge can also, as per the outcome of the investigation, the judge can also call for a retrial, and that is what the that is what Judge Becker has called for, according to investigation, all the analysis, call log, and the 16 jurors panel have been incarcerated at the Monrovia Central Prison, and I'm sure they will go. They will be tried. They will be tried. Kear Morning Live, KML will stay here. Good morning to Madam HT is still trying to recuperate. Remember, I told you he did a surgery on his eye. Gradually, he's recuperating. Good morning to Winston Jar. He is the head. He's director of communication at NICECOP. Good morning, Winston Jar, the man who speaks to the media. Continue to do your good work. And of course, we also want to say good morning to Dewey Van Bambos. The man has a legacy. He has done so much for NICECOP. I mean, it is visible. It is there. You can see it. You can see it. It's something that you can see. So there's no doubt about it. We'll commend people. Madam Foreign Minister, continue to do what you do for the people of this country. Basi Nimo. Good morning, Mr. Nimo. We are all mourning. What is it?
Yeah, so I got Sam.
Decline to talk?
No, he said he's back. No. I got Sam, and then he said he confirmed that the person passed. The body will be brought back today at 2:00, according to him. Will be escorted by 2 Rwandan police
but he did not say
officers.
The key of the matter.
He did not say to me what led to the death of that police officer. Sorry. Okay. But what we are getting from a colleague in Rwanda is that he was allegedly shot. By whom? We don't know. So that's why we need to again take a step further to ask those hard questions and review the autopsy. The police must be able to open up the autopsy report to us so that we get to know. And we'll apply upfront effort also to get the family members of the victim. Yeah, because according to what I have gathered from this Rwandan journalist in Rwanda, he said there are some marks that could be identified on the body. So the Liberian authority, the police authority in Liberia, should carefully look at the body, and they will see some bruises or whatsoever on the body of that officer also. So hopefully before the day ends, we're going to do all we can to get in contact with the family member to hear from them what they've heard or what is obtaining, and then we can report to the public. But aside that a police officer had gone on the training and he was allegedly killed or he died. We're not specific now until we can get exactly. You are off, Mark. You are off, Mark. You're off.
Okay.
I'm not getting you.
Mark 1. It's on. Are you getting me?
No.
Okay, Josh. What are you closing now?
Not at all. You're not on. Sheriff, you're off, Mark.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So once we get that,
are you getting me now?
Yes. It's
okay.
on now.
All right.
So once we get that, then we report to the public as well. So Sam said he couldn't come on because he's about to go on their police.
Let's
show.
be very careful.
Yeah, we're
not
also
to say
careful.
he was killed.
Yeah,
we don't know how he died.
Yeah,
what led to his demise?
Yeah, I'm quoting from the Rwandan police journalist.
Okay,
said he was allegedly killed. Okay, that's according to
allegedly killed by whom?
By whom is where we're investigating to find out true, because an autopsy has been conducted. So the findings on that report.
They did the autopsy where?
In Rwanda.
So
they sent the Liberian government. The copy of the autopsy report is sealed. They are yet to unseal the report. According to what we
so can we have second opinion? Can we also do an autopsy here?
Yeah, so
can our government
also a disagreement from the family members or the government, then they can do a second autopsy to verify the earlier autopsy conducted.
That would be important.
Very much important.
Because you're saying there's scars on the body, marks.
Yeah.
Okay, so
according to authorities.
Yeah, according to authorities.
In Rwanda, they've been informing
the journalists alleging.
Informing the family people yet to carefully review the body of their family member when it is returned. And on today, the Deputy Inspector General for Police for Administration will lead a team of police officers to receive that body
at the airport.
Okay. For further processing.
Do we know the flight?
We don't know, but according to Sam, he said 2:00 the body will be in country today.
Okay, today.
Yeah.
Right. So we hope to get more details.
Yeah, sure.
From even Sam.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to speak.
On the market.
They're going for the body. So maybe tomorrow, in subsequent time, we can get the full details from authorities at the Liberia National Police.
Sure.
Yeah, so it's coming up to 3 minutes going up to the hour. We'll take a break at 9 o'clock. And, you know, what I want to do, let's deal with this whole catch when we come back.
Drugs issue.
After the papers, we'll deal. Then tomorrow, exclusively, we'll deal with the Samuel Tway issue. Because, you know, people, I even heard the lawyer saying nowhere in the world that you can overturn jurors, you know, and once the jurors are disbanded, you disband the juror, you can't open a case. That's not true. I researched it, and tomorrow we'll discuss it. Again, Tway said something. He said people were alleging, has been alleging, that he gave millions, you heard it? That he gave millions to Jeremiah Kuhn. Tway said 30. So in his recollection, he can fairly say he 80. Gave 75.
Oh, yeah.
75,000.
Or 80, because 50 from 30 are 80.
Yeah, okay, 80. So we want to know. And the public also, they say they want to know why. He gave 50,000. He also gave 30,000. He said to support his
fathers.
For the father funeral, 30,000, 50,000 for his election. He could.
Senatorial election.
Yes, senatorial. And
was it a loan?
We don't know.
Was it Samuel Tway's private funds?
We don't know.
Was it government money?
We don't know.
Okay. So tomorrow we'll talk about that and ask those hard questions as well.
Those questions. And he says since
he getting 3G back.
Yeah, he said he get 3G. He said one time he get 2,000.
What cool?
Yeah, cool.
Getting
80 But listen, let's also. Tway is a giver. Tway is a giver, natural giver.
Yeah.
I'm saying to you.
Oh yeah.
Tway is a natural giver. Tway is not in the government, but he is still reaching out to people. Tway is still reaching out. Unless some past government official, Madam. In fact, let's say good morning to Madam.
HT. Yeah. Speedy recovery.
They say, Ibrahim Ure, good morning, Mr. Jiba, and also good morning to Kear family.
Yeah, that's Ibrahim Ure. Yeah.
Ibrahim Ure, you know the guy? This person?
Boys. I don't want to see. I want to call it profile on the radio.
The Max Pro Max.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are mourning the passing of a veteran journalist,
Bobby
Harris, and I met at DC 101, and then when DC closed, I migrated to Truth FM. But you know, I'm disappointed in some people. And you know what I'm talking about.
I know.
We're not called their name.
I know. In some friends.
Yeah.
Who did not?
Yeah. You will not see me there because hypocrisy. No, I'm not going there because we did not do anything.
Yeah.
We had the money, some of us, to fly out of here because he brought us to prominence. I'm not saying me
in particular,
but there are people because, of course, I was on the radio before Bobby Singh.
Okay.
Yes, before Bobby Singh came to the radio, so I was on the radio. So they met us, the Black Shama, Mighty War, Sylvia Henry, and, you know, at DC 101.
Okay.
Yeah, then came, because it was Bobby Singh who brought Wigo Zigo and Summertime. Yeah. They were like on the ground. Then they came to me and we propped them up. But I don't know. Anyway, let's take this break.
Yeah, I met him when he was literally at Sky FM.
Okay.
And then when he used to do jingle a whole lot. I mean, that prolific voice. And then it was a great thing. A big brother, he was very down to earth as well. always very receptive person.
We did not work. We did not just work together, but we lived together in Rogers Palace.
Okay. So
my cousin place I was taking care of, Plonko there.
Okay.
And Yan Twaya, this senator, why you see Yan Twaya used to live across the road, 4th Street from us.
Okay.
Plonko. We all used to play tennis, table tennis, or ping pong in the yard.
We're gonna take some time to eulogize him on this radio also, as we observe the activities marking his burial. So we're gonna
count me out. I'm not going there.
No, I'm not saying we're attending the burial. I'm saying
I am not going there.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going there because deceit, hypocrisy, I'm not part of it. I'm not going there because people now will start making contribution. The men were living, you make contribution. You ain't happy to survive. But now you not die, you went cry. No, I'm not going there. Sure. Let's go for the local date. It's a regular feature, open hour here on
dragging us down on wounded knees. Bad consensus, bad leadership. How long will this suffering be? Unconscious leaders guiding blind, leaving the people lost behind. Liberia, my home, my soul is crying. Where are we going? Where are we going? In schools there are.
Welcome back to your fascinating talk show. Of course, Kear Morning Live, KML on your station. And somebody right to say, Obe, good morning, DR. The government knew what they were doing. Giving them foam was the GOL Plan B. Those who had the foams were used as scapegoat. Poor government workers and civil servants gone to jail. Maybe the government too wanted to relax, because most time the gadgets and phones and other stuff are taken from them, and the government say maybe this time around the government say, well, you know what, let's be flexible, huh? But the texter say it was the government's Plan B in that case. But let's 29 minutes to the hour, and let's talk about the issue which is serious. The issue of drugs. The LTA is under the spotlight. Tomorrow we'll deal with the LTA. And we hope that the way other people now are accused of corruption and they're being indicted, the same speed used by the LACC and asset recovery, they should use that same speed to bring other people who are accused of corruption under the jurisdiction of the court. So,
yeah,
like I said, I talked to folks at the Ministry of Justice to get the street value. And they said, well, they don't know for now because it's a huge catch, one of the biggest bursts when it comes to drugs in our country. And the international partners, are overwhelmed, and they are glad, they are happy about the way the government is proceeding over in this fight against not cosmetics, not lip service when it comes to drugs. So a huge catch, I'm sure, tip off, because the security will act, right? Based on information, and then they will move, they will do surveillance, they will take their time, and then finally they proceeded, and this is what we have.
Yeah, so we have, it's kind of low, but we have been, yeah.
What is yours now? Can you listen to
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Let's.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the issue of drugs is actually not a good thing, and we cannot overly emphasize on that. But like you said, one is commendable. Let's commend. We'll wait for the government to narrate exactly what has been happening, how they received the tip of this, a joint exercise where the NSA was involved, the police, the DEA, everybody. And it came in a time where the 19 million issue was questioned. What happened with the 19 million? No hate, no take. Government continued to say they arrest this one, they do that one, they did that one. And at the end of the day, we are where we are, right? The government has redeemed. It's a comeback for them. After the 19 million disappointment, and people had a whole lot to say, now the government redeemed herself by exposing the cartel that is currently in custody. One of the Liberian journalists, Moses Tupa, posted and said, a Colombian guy has been caught into this. Colombia has an office in Liberia, right? Oh yes.
Embassy?
Yeah.
They have an embassy, but is he related?
Yeah, so he has, now there's the connection, he said. Now, he said the head of that particular office has...
Which office are we talking about?
The Colombian embassy in the country has a frozen food company called Caroline. Frozen food.
The embassy?
The ambassador, to be specific.
Can the ambassador do
I'm coming. Here? I'm coming. So that's what this journalist wrote. I'm quoting exactly what he wrote, right? And he said the drugs thing has been linked again to a Colombian national. And you have an ambassador who has a frozen food company called Caroline. Remember, Moses Tupa reports a lot in the business community. Drugs usually come. It will connect. Yeah. Drugs usually come through this frozen company when they bring in their product through the port, right? Huge amount of drugs. Remember the 100 million. It was done and came through frozen foods and this, that. So he said we need to be careful as a country. Right?
Go on. I'm listening.
Yeah. So we need to be careful according to what he said. Let me just read exactly what this journalist posted. Moses Tupa. He said that. Let me get it straight. I'm coming. How this drug entered to the country is a $1 billion question. Do we really have security in this country? Okay, let me. The Freeport is a major player in the drugs operation. Those frozen food companies should be investigated. The quantity are too huge.
The quantity?
Yeah, too huge. Okay, so this is Moses Tupa direct. He said, Colombia, where the drugs came from, has a consul general in Liberia who operates one of the largest frozen food companies called Caroline Frozen Food on the Bourgeois Island. That's what he said. So we need to be careful. So in that direction, it will mean that these frozen food companies are the ones using their consignment to stockpile the drugs, as we saw before. And so he is saying, giving a tip up in that direction, in that regard, Sheriff. But again, like we said, we all look up to the government. We look up to the Ministry of Justice to see exactly and know exactly what they're going to say. But hats up to the Liberian National Police and the Joint Security for such initiative. It's a good thing that at least we can identify the real people who are doing this thing. You know, most of the foreign people, and that's what I was saying. We continue to allow foreign people to come in our country and do this one. You come to our Citizen Adika, an Australian company. You come to the Resident Permit, an Indian company. Our passport, our this, our that, our traffic management, a lot of outsourcing to these foreign companies. Every time there are huge issues to give our country different image, it gets involved with foreigners. See what happened? Everybody thought that, the whole drug business, the government here inside, they want here inside, that one inside. See those people, a Spanish man and a Colombian. What? Whole horse, they just ran whole horse to further drugs inside. They managed to bring the drugs here successfully. Inside the fact there, they say, okay, we'll be taking it for you and carrying it to the final destination, small, through the airport. While I came to the seaport and they landed and they stockpile in their warehouse to later on send it out of the country. This is sad. And it's bad. We allow these foreign people to come here to use our country as a transit point. They come to use us in our resources. They use us in our labor force. They use us in every direction and run away. Go and build our country. They go and enjoy themselves for millions of dollars just from this poor Liberia. And so we encourage the government to consistently continue to do these things.
Okay, let me before you proceed further, I asked the question: can a foreign diplomat operate a business in Liberia? Can they? So the answer, short answer, no. generally not why they are serving as a diplomat. Not why they are serving as a diplomat. Yeah. In Liberia, a diplomatic agent shall not, in the receiving state, practice for personal profit any professional or commercial activity. So I don't know. So a diplomat posted to Liberia cannot legally run a store, company, firm, etc. for personal profit. Liberia own rules. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Liberia Business Registry enforce this.
So let me also say, on paper, Sheriff, Jetty was the Indian consulate here. In your her business?
No, what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying on paper.
No, what I'm saying is because
it's on paper.
You are linking.
The journalist Moses Tokpa linked the Colombian Consulate General to Caroline frozen food.
Okay, so I'm just saying what the Liberian law said.
The law is that we get good laws here. And we get law that say foreigners can do local Liberian business. So are these foreigners not doing it? They are.
Let me just conclude and you come in.
Yeah, it's just for the paper.
Okay, so diplomats get diplomatic immunity and tax exemptions for official use only. They are not allowed to register a business in their name while on diplomatic posting.
That is for the people.
If caught, the business can be shut down and a diplomat can be declared personnel non grata and sent home. Okay, what is allowed? Spouse, family. Sometimes a diplomat's spouse can run a business, but they don't get diplomatic immunity for it. After posting in, once they are no longer a diplomat in Liberia, they can start a business like any other foreigner. Investment through others, a diplomat cannot directly operate it, but they can invest. The business must still follow Liberian laws, pay taxes, and have a Liberian manager and director.
That is for the paper.
Okay, so okay, requirements for any foreigner to do business in Liberia. Okay, so your argument, I want us to be mindful. Yeah, I want us to be mindful. Now, it's the right of the journalist to write, because when it comes to business reporting, Moses Tuba, like you said, there's a lot of extensive coverage of businesses in Liberia. But we have to be very careful. We're talking about drugs, which is a serious pandemic. It has gone to the stage of pandemic that some people can't handle. So this president account serious to fight drugs, in my opinion, or like past administration, because from one burst to another, and some arguing about how did the drugs get into the country. We have porous borders, right? We have borders that you don't have nobody there obey. Some of the crossing, you don't have anybody.
Yeah, we got several illegal entries.
And so it's porous, right? So people take advantage.
Yeah, the porosity of our borders.
Yes.
People.
So what are these huge quantity of drugs coming through the borders that we know? The main entry, the Guinea, Liberia, Guinea, Ivory Coast, right? Liberia, Sierra Leone. What is coming through the port? What is coming through the seaport or airport? Well,
that is how the drug not falling from the sky to the country. They're bringing it. They're using these frozen food companies. We were here for the 100 million, Sheriff. We saw fresh frozen food. They went to that warehouse on the freeway, Japan Highway. They opened a coastery. They said they were uploading chicken feet and other things. They went there. We saw a huge stockpile of drugs. So we have to be careful with them, and that is the reality. All these frozen food companies, they're using that system to bring drugs in our country, and this is reality.
So is it that
it's reality?
Is it that we don't have, because I watch crime and investigation, a lot of investigative, most especially talking about the airport and the border and other border places of entry, right? You have a lot of things to work
to
with.
detect.
You have sniffing dogs, canine dogs. You have
scanners,
body scanners, what scanner at the ports, air or sea. So until
even manual scanning as well.
So until we can get those equipment until the government now will put more budgetary allotment, will make money available to those who are responsible to fight drugs. The drugs will continue to come in. So it's like the baby that you're telling your mother. The mother say, if you say I will not sleep, you say I will not sleep. So it's a whole cartel. We all know it's a cartel. But the quantity of drugs, and what I'm happy for, because the international partners now are now trooping in based on the seriousness of this government to fight this pandemic, this drugs issue. So we don't know the street value
of
like
it
I said,
as now.
Okay, we cannot predict, we cannot say, we cannot put value to it to say
until the government
officially announce that due to the huge quantity of the drugs, this is the street value of the drugs, because people will start to speculate, including ourselves. We got to be careful. So if you say 100 million, the government say 1 billion. We can't do that. So we just have to be careful.
Yeah, sure.
But the good news is that we are getting somewhere with this issue of drugs. We are getting somewhere. But people say the government should not be selective. Where the investigation will take us, who is that? What are the president's son? What are the finance minister girlfriend? Anybody that is involved should be brought to book and let the law take its course. That's the only way we can find.
Yeah, it shouldn't cover up the issue of the 19 million as well.
No,
right?
It should not.
It should be holistic, like you said.
Yeah.
To cover up everything.
Yeah.
They should come.
Because I even asked about fast tracking.
Very well. These cases.
Can we open a fast track code, because cases are coming back in the numbers. Most
with
especially drug cases. The issue of rape was the same, but now the drug, every other day there is a burst. What a huge quantity. What are quality? And so I asked this person, he said, we'll do it step by step. It's not an event. Even the great United States, it is a process. And we must stop politicizing it. Because when we look what they did to the former president. The guy. That man is old. This guy arrested out of the Colombian or Spanish. That young man. So I would say the man who's standing, the engineer standing with Jawia, that the man man. No, man. Well, let's see who can take calls, because
but this is embarrassing that these foreign nationals who come to the country use our country to get rich overnight. And they're in the country, some of them doing cover up business.
And the good thing about
riding big cars in our own country.
We just hope it should not turn out like the 100 million, because it is not biddable. No board and behind will be in South Beach. And we'll be trying. It's not biddable, right? Whether you black man, you Colombian, you Spanish, you George Bush son, you Obama son, who son. The law says when we catch you, you're on your own. Let's take calls. Good morning. Hello?
777-959-959. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning, Sharon.
Good morning.
This is Mohammed Bakari calling from P4 community.
Okay.
District number 17.
What is your take? The government is fighting drugs. In your opinion, are they serious to fight drugs?
My brother, you see the two that didn't have body in our area.
Check up small. You coming in thin.
Hello?
Yeah, you okay? Go ahead.
I said, the military party, the CDC. When we carry on the country, our country will go backward, my brother. We're talking about 3 ton plus, going to 4 ton. The people arrested, and then they want to make a CDC a military party, baby. Hey, man, we're suffering in the country. Then the man who the engineer for that the CDC help partner there that they're not Colombian. Then they do it that way. Hey man, feel on us, man.
But then let's say you know what you need to do. Use your pen 2029. That your pen is supposed to use 2029, because CDC and United Party giving God hard time.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
You see the word I see here and 89. That the city group, that city group, they can't never have a phone and they come here and the our people that die inside as I speaking to you, I blank. I mean, call it that day. I told you about my name, baby. And they go, bro, how carry on? Oh, we paying that money over 3,000, going to 6,000 naira. My deacon can answer. Then the government, they want, they want. They just solve me up. We got resources here. All the people say like Paul, like not poor. But the management of our resources, the people getting there, they get go steal, then they say that they enjoy it. Then we the problem will solve here. Like we're not poor, all the mineral guy here, we're not going to be poor. That's why the other time when you do hard money life, I call our senior, I say, when the Sunday has get it to have project for we the citizens also. Because our money they get enjoyed it. Few men and they get enjoyed it. President, representative, senator that they don't want to enjoy it. When they drop the new count, then they want to will call it again. What is something offer?
All right. Thank you. We should not, I agree with you.
I want to tell you that we're talking a lot. Something you used to see the other day, Kela came my and my pa, that I think related party go begin who brought us on. If you want to see the
Thank you so much, my brother. Let's take this call. Good morning. Turn down your monitor, please.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
I'm Christopher calling from Singa.
Christopher, huge catch of drugs. Yeah. What can you say? What's the government? Are you pleased with the fight, the government effort to fight this pandemic?
Oh, yes. The government is doing well. I want to appreciate the government so much. Yeah. Because the first consignment at the court, people criticized and said the government was involved. And now this one around now, foreign national was involved. So I want to commend the government so much.
But so what would be your advice? Because you listened to the previous caller, visually impaired. He said people should stop politicizing the issue. The engineer, a Lebanese man, engineer and billing, the CDC headquarters, they say that the man who they call the drugs, can you imagine? Oh, he's off. But keep your calls coming. We'll take 3 more calls if you have the time to weigh in on the issue. Huge catch of drugs, and the government international partners are healing the government headed by His Excellency Joseph Yoman Boaka that they are serious to fight the cartel, to dismantle the cartel, as in the words of the president. As always, 0777 959 959 0881 871 What are your thoughts on the issue? And the street value, we don't know the street value as yet. And the government will speak. There will be a press conference. Is that the SG, right? Okay, Solicitor General. Yeah, sure. Okay, Solicitor General, along with the police and the DEA, will come up. They will come up with the value, the street value of the drugs. So let us start speculating. The people are investigating. What are your thoughts on the issue? Kear Morning Live. We're gradually slipping into commencing this presentation of your show, Kear Morning Live, KML. The government, huge catch. 2 foreign national, 1 Spanish, 1 Colombian, have been arrested, incarcerated, and they will be sent to court. Let's take this caller online too. Good morning.
Sarah, good morning.
Good morning.
Your guy, smartphone. Your Google and see the value of the 3,900 and so. Then you will know how much.
No, we can't do that. We're not the experts. We're not experts. We can't do that. The investigators have to do that. We can't do that, brother. Yeah, because maybe what your analysis will say, it will be quite different. Thank you so much, David E. Harris. Let's get your thoughts.
The fearless.
Yes, sir.
Good morning to you and good morning to the Deputy Sheriff.
What do you international partners are healing the government? What is your thought on this issue about this drug fight?
Benson Street this morning, Sheriff, the government will have to come out and update on the $19 million United States drug first. That is the first issue that is on the table. On this one, on the next issue, they use drug bucks. I just want to commend the government also, but my thing is, Sheriff, why is it the Liberia National Police always on top of the game when it comes to drugs, not the LDA? Why is it the drugs were arrested by the Liberia National Police and were taken to the police station, out to the LDA head office? I thought the LDA to be the lead campaigner when it comes to drugs across our country.
Yeah, anything that has to do with drugs is the DEA.
Yeah, it's what I'm saying.
But drugs issue at a point in time, police, the joint security, nobody can.
I understand that joint security issue. But the police is holistically on top of the issue. Yes, sir.
The issue of the public, whenever they go to a press conference, the head in charge is not speaking.
That Gregory come always taking the lead.
Yeah, once you have a joint security operation, especially with the police as the first line, the police will always take charge. If it was a DEA operation squarely, the DEA will take charge and subsequently report to the Justice Ministry, and others will follow. But it's a joint security effort, so the police chief there is higher.
So thank you, Obed, for that correction. So we are hoping that the government will come out. We're hoping that the government will come up with a report for the 19 million US drugs. We want to update first.
It shouldn't be that they're trying to rely on this one to let the 19 million go under the
carpet. To come up with a huge drug boss. So they come up with a first report.
They should come up.
Okay, let's take our last caller, Man CC. Good morning. Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning, Man CC. 30 seconds. Our
time
is up.
Yes, thank you. I will not stay long. Thank you for taking my call. Let me say thank you to all of you that are pushing the drug issue. Just stand by us. You put generally, just stand with us. Then nothing million dollars. See them going to come on the lie. They will step up. Who be the drug? Then nothing but $2 million. I think to the country. We're going to protest when they were running after us. They will tell all be the drug. All walking in. Let me say thanks to our partner that we say up to us today were arrested. And I trust no government police, NSA, man. I trust them. We need a father to come and investigate.
But we got to trust them because our authority. Let's give them the opportunity.
We have to give them the opportunity.
I agree. My son, what you say, I agree with. But what I'm trying to say is that yesterday was Georgia police, right? Yesterday was Georgia police. Yesterday, yeah, why I can say, politics. Yesterday was Georgia police. So who challenge Georgia police and instead of Boca police? I will trust them too.
Okay.
But we are saying for one day for the telling man. I want to rape and follow mercy from the day, and I trust nobody in this country.
Thank you. Intellectual Mercy.
Thank you.
Mercy, thank you so much.
Intellectual bulldozer.
Let's call your day. Our time is up.
Had a chicky feed do community there, Oma. We have to go, and so tomorrow we'll be back here. Hopefully we'll look into other national issues. There's somewhat to a case.
We'll go extensively in the 12
yes, we're going to continue. The drugs issue is an ongoing conversation. So every day we touch it, we talk about it. Let's be true to ourselves. Let's ensure that we put the betterment of our country, Liberia. We got a long way to go. Other countries are planning for years ahead for their great-grandchildren, the future generation. Let's do the same to transform this nation. My name is Obed Jiba, the Deputy Sheriff. And of course,
on behalf of the team and myself, George, our producer, Tucson, my madam is recuperating.
Okay.
There's surgery on his eye.
Great.
And let's keep the family of our colleague, Babison Harris, who passed on yesterday.
Okay.
The continuous, a.k.a. the Papi. God bless you. Tomorrow, we'll be back to serve you more breakfast.